terrible. Philadelphia Carmel was there for 120 some years, and to lose it just overnight almost, it's a disaster.
To get up every morning and go there, and had to be special. And it was just, the whole environment there was beautiful.
It was one of the best blessings I could have ever asked for in my life. To be able to serve Mass at the Carmelite Monastery while I was here.
There had to be a really major reason for them to do what they did, and somebody should investigate that.
Losing that was definitely a real sucker punch, to the morale of the church in the Archdiocese of Philadelphia.
Carmelite sisters have been in Philadelphia since 1902, and at this location since 1910. The monastery was once a center of spirituality for the Archdiocese, but by 2017, vocations had died out, and there was little hope for the future. Then, by God's grace, traditional sisters were invited in, the Latin Mass was restored, and vocations were thriving according to their original charism.
It really isn't just a historical monastery from its age, but in terms of the devotion that it fostered for St. Therese of Lisieux, right, whom I, as well as a number of other people, have a devotion to. Right. So, for that reason, to start with, it's a very, very special place. It certainly is a fabric of the city and of the Archdiocese, right, and it's really a big loss that it's not, what it was.
The tragic story is chronicled by LifeSite's Micah Hickson in a recent article reporting for the first time that the monastery has been officially suppressed by the Vatican.
Somebody with some authority has to investigate what went on and why did those sisters flee. And there was a period there where people were writing in asking for the status of the Carmelite monastery, and they got no feedback at all. And then just recently, it was released that, yes, it is suppressed. And, we haven't seen a decree of suppression at all from the Vatican. Where's the official documentation for this stuff? We haven't seen anything.
And I'm just thinking, okay, you can't tell us, that our Carmel is closing, which to me and many others, it's a huge priority. But meanwhile, the diocese has no problem putting out press releases wishing Muslims a happy Ramadan. Right. Or the fact that, just this week, one of the schools is having something for the Phillies going to the World Series. Right. I mean, come on now. I mean, this is a fabric of the Archdiocese. This is our Catholic faith.
The sisters released their own explanation in June of 2021, stating their reasons for leaving. The nuns have been invited by the community and the Archdiocese of Philadelphia with the clear understanding that they were part of a young, thriving, dedicated order who loved the extraordinary form of the Holy Mass and the time-honored traditions of the Discalced Carmelites. When it became painfully clear that the freedom to maintain their identity as originally promised by the Archdiocese was not being honored, the only option left to the nuns was to return to the monastery in Valparaiso, Nebraska.
It's really just a fraction of a percentage of the church. So if we really are going to be, inclusive and welcoming, I mean, come on, what was wrong with the Mass of the Saints that existed for, over 1,000 years? Nothing.
Just gone. And, for 120 years, what's the rush to get rid of this beautiful Carmelite monastery? I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense.